Yeah, and boy, we've got maximum UV going on out there, ultraviolet radiation from the sun. Make sure that you have your good sunblock out on there. Even if you're going out for a few minutes, boy, you can get burned very, very quickly out there. Good evening, everybody. For a change, I can stand here and very calmly and relaxed give the forecast. There's not a lot to talk about, so I can kind of slow the tempo down and we can go through this at a pretty slower clip than normally. I know you folks, I have a tendency to rush through some things because I usually have a lot to talk about, but it's a calm, relaxing forecast this time around. Just good news if you're looking for the dry, comfortable conditions. Here it is in Grand Rapids. It is quiet out there right now in the weather headlines. Beautiful weather this week, certainly over the next few days here. We will gradually increase the warmth and a little bit of the humidity, but the humidity is not going to get out of hand. I think we see dew point temperatures eventually in the low to mid 60s as the end of the week, but that's still pretty tolerable for this time of the year. But right now it's a very dry, comfortable heat. Storms will be possible as we get into the weekend. That's the next chance. So the rest of it's going to be dry here. This looks like precipitation on radar. That's this ground clutter. This radar beam, that invisible beam, is going round and round in West Michigan, and it's the more stable atmosphere that's setting up, and some of that is just reflecting back to the radar site, and that's just some ground clutter. So there's no precip out there. These are dew point temperatures. When these get into the 60s, you could start to feel that moisture and that humidity in the air, but they're in the 40s and 50s out there right now. That's a pretty dry air mass, and that's why I've been showing these the last couple of days, because it's worth noting that this is a dry air mass. They'll be in the 50s tomorrow. Again, the higher the dew point temperature, the more moisture there is in the air, and conversely, the lower the dew point temperature, the less moisture there is in the air. And as we look at the actual air temperature, 58 already up there in Big Rapids. We're 68 in Grand Rapids, still hanging on to 70 in Battle Creek. Most lows tonight will not drop down into the 40s like they have the last few mornings. They'll stop in the low 50s, low to mid 50s, and that's where we're going to be heading. We still have some warmth out here over the central and the southern plains. Let's look at, these are current temperatures, by the way. Let's look at high temperatures, and you can see we were mid 70s today in Grand Rapids. 80s out here, low 80s along the Mississippi River Valley. That's going to start to shift our way. I think we get into the low 80s tomorrow, probably about 80, 81, 82 degrees will do it for most of us, but it'll be a dry air mass. These clouds are trying to roll our way. So yes, the precipitation is moving up into Canada. Some of these clouds are trying to fold over into our way, but there is an area of high pressure over us that kind of acts as a brick wall and won't let these penetrate in. And if they do, they kind of thin out a little bit. So we could see a few of these high, thin cirrus clouds spill over into our area tomorrow, but we're still looking for mainly sunny skies here. So let's take a look from the clouds and radar motion to our forecast for tomorrow and our Tuesday, already the 16th of June. We'll see sunny skies, dry and pleasant. Look for highs around 81 degrees. And again, I'll reiterate, with a southeast wind at only 5 to 10 miles per hour, that means the immediate lakeshore locations will be warm as well. These temperatures that you see are Lake Michigan water temperatures in Muskegon, Grand Haven, Holland, Saugatuck, and South Haven. They've fallen a little bit with that northerly wind. They're into the 50s out there. Waves for you boaters tomorrow running 1 foot or less with a southeast to turning westerly to turning northwesterly wind at only about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's what it looks like on Future Track HD. This is at 6 a.m. tomorrow. You can see the big H behind me. That's high pressure, so it'll keep us shielded from much going on. There is a low pressure area and a cold front that's well off over the northern plains, but that won't affect us. Each day we build a little more heat, a little bit more humidity, but it's still going to be fairly comfortable. You'll notice the heat more than anything else by the time we get into Thursday and Friday, and you can see that cold front stays well off to our west until we get into the weekend. That's our next chance of some showers and maybe a rumble of thunder. 81 tomorrow, sunny skies. 84 on Wednesday, sunny skies. A little more heat, a little more humidity for Thursday with highs around 87 degrees. Friday, 88 degrees with mostly sunny skies. Notice the overnight low temperatures creep up a couple of degrees each day as well. And then as we get into the second part of Saturday night, maybe a shower or thunderstorm in there. That goes into Sunday and Monday, and temperatures ratchet themselves down just a little bit as well. So more heat, more humidity, but not out of hand for this time of the year. You can always get more by going to fox17online.com. Derek?
All right, Kevin.